We're living in a world right now where the concept of happiness is just like buying a commodity or product. People people find happiness in other things. People find happiness in materialistic things. People find happiness in non-materialistic things, like chasing, some other person, seeking validation. When it comes to food, the food you eat, I don't feel happy, so I'm going to order this food. And there's 100 different ways to cope up with happiness. And that's what the world has designed. So you're stuck here, right? Maybe, there might be times when you feel sad, you feel angry, you feel, I'm not going to call it depressed because I don't believe in depression. I don't believe in that. I do believe in trauma because you go through something. It's painful, and I do believe in pain, but I'm not against any of these emotions because I believe it's real and I enjoy every single thing. I don't seek for, what I've come to realize now is the moment I start seeking happiness, the moment I start searching for happiness outside me, outside, in these external sources of happiness, that's when the whole problem starts occurring. Because because these external sources of happiness, it has its equal and opposite reaction. The first thing is it's not real, and happiness that these things give you, it's not real. So the fact that it's not real, let's say your emotional or your internal vibration is going at one pace. When you seek some external sources of happiness, it can be alcohol, it can be anything. It can be the food you eat, the movie you watch, it can be any source of external happiness that you get by either watching, eating, talking, any kind of activities. It just raises the frequency of the vibration so when you're going at one pace, if it's peaceful, the happiness creates this boom. And one concept here that you have to keep in mind is the moment you feel like you've reached the top of the mountain, there's only one direction to come, that is down. And these fake happiness sources, it's fake for a reason. It's designed to keep you in the same loop. So you start seeking for happiness in other external sources. Every single time you start feeling sad. So that's one thing that I've realized right now. Every single time, every single decision, every single choice that I made, it was me trying to find happiness in something, external. Not, when I was not, feeling sad, when I was not feeling at all. But I believe that too is a feeling, you feel something, you cannot explain it. It's kind of not sad, but it's not happy. I don't know, I cannot name it, but it's pretty, I cannot name it. And during those times, when it's actually at one pace, it's actually going in a very peaceful, peaceful rate. If you start pushing these external sources, then they create these vibrations, which is not healthy, which disrupts, I believe it disrupts your internal cycle, the way you perceive, the way you think. And the worst decisions of your life of my life that I've made is when I was emotionally involved, when I was in an emotional state, and that at that point when I made some decisions, it has been the most, like, those decisions are some of the decisions that I regret. I don't regret, but I made the wrong choice. I made the wrong decisions. And that's the whole point, whenever you're sad, whenever you're happy, whenever you are feeling any kind of emotion, just remember that it's okay. You're going at this pace. At that point of time, the best thing you can do is just stay silent, do nothing. Do nothing in a sense. Do not try to make yourself happy by doing things. Do not try to seek happiness from other sources, but instead just, reflect, just, acknowledge it, just feel the presence of that particular emotion, whether it be sadness or happiness or any kind of feeling that you're having, anger, name any emotion. Like, at that point of time, it's going at this pace. And it's the last time I'm saying, the moment you start listening, let's give you an example. If you are feeling sad, if you are feeling angry, or if you are feeling, low, this is the vibration. It's not low here. It's going at one single pace. Every single emotion, every single feeling that you get, it goes at one frequency. And at that point of time, whenever you feel sad or low, if you start listening to these, especially the devil music, I call it, because the sad music, it helps you nothing but takes your frequency. When you're sad, listening to a sad or romantic music, it might take you a bit, it might give you a little bit of that internal happiness. You might start having these visions of all kind of scenarios in your head. But at the end of the day, when the music is done, the vibration, I don't care whether it's low or high, but if there's a vibration created, there's a massive loop created, then that means it's disturbing. Okay, I hope you get the concept. So that's it. Stop listening. I don't listen to any kind of music. I mean, I've deleted all of my Spotify. The only thing that I listen to is podcasts, which one is resourceful, provided you choose to listen from the right ones. And number two, it's boring. Who likes to listen to podcasts, right? And that's the thing I train my brain to do. I like doing boring things, recording every day, coming in front of this camera. It's something boring. It's something that I do not like doing, because I could literally sleep right now, take some rest, do my work. But as I said, everything is done with an act of love, and that's what makes me happy. Happiness is the byproduct. Happiness is the byproduct. You cannot buy happiness. It is when you start doing something, when you do something that you love doing, when you start feeling that, when you start working on your purpose, when you start doing something with the act of love and it does not feel like you're working, when you're performing at your best, when you're giving your best, when you are trying something, when you are working on yourself, when you are doing something which can be something that really means a lot to you. Like for me, it's creating these videos, doing my work, and every single thing that I do from the moment I wake up till the time I go to bed, it makes me happy. Right at this point of time, I'm literally super dizzy. I feel kind of tired, but I also know that if I'm tired, it's okay, I am tired. I'm a human being, I get tired, but that does not mean I stop creating any content. Because if I start acting out of my emotions, then, as I said, all of the decisions, all of the actions that you take while you are emotionally involved, it is going to be the worst decisions. At least in my case, that's the thing. So do not react to your emotions, respond. You hold the control button of this. So it's okay to feel every single emotion. It's okay to feel all the pain, all of the sufferings, all of the happinesses, all of the peace. And peace is the best word, let's say. When you do something that gives you purpose, I call it this, this vibration of, I call it peace. You can be at peace even when you're sad, even when you're happy, even when you're not feeling, I can't describe this word, but it can be, you can have peace at every emotional level. It's not that you have to be happy in order to be peaceful. No. The world today is teaching you to be happy 24/7. Keep smiling. And that's the reason why clowns exist. No. Happiness is not real. It is the byproduct of the work you put in. So, you know what to do. Don't react to your emotions. Acknowledge it. Respond to it. Okay? Don't talk shit to yourself when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling depressed, when you're going through any kind of, painful experience. Just hold a second. Just acknowledge the emotion. Just, reflect on how you're feeling. Trust me, you'll be much better. You're going to have a very peaceful experience if you can not judge yourself and actually try. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes in, my lights are out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.